Hey there people, this is like my final video to do with the lost figures, and this is just kind of a final thoughts video on the entire line. So here we have, as you see, Jack, Locke, Kate, Hurley, Charlie and Shannon right there. That's series 1. Then you have Sawyer, Echo, Jin and Sun, series 2. So all in all they made 10 figures altogether. And final thoughts, I love these figures. I primarily collect Marvel Legends figures and Transformers, and with those kind of figures articulation is a big point. If they don't have good articulation then it's not a good figure. But with these figures articulation is very limited, sometimes even none articulation, which to me I don't really bother, considering these figures are so brilliant. It didn't really bother me. Like you have Kate, Shannon, Jin and Sun, who are pretty much just big bits of plastic, but that didn't bother me at all. To me these aren't really action figures, these are pretty much models. Action figures, like I said, have articulation in there. They could be posed in dynamic they could have dynamic poses that you could create yourself, whereas these are pretty much posed for you. So in my eyes that's a kind of model, but I didn't mind. I really liked these. Every figure came with a sound box that had clips from the show, from that episode that it depicts. I liked that gimmick as well. The props that they came with, some of them were really good, some of them were kind of pants, but that didn't bother me either. Just even having little props from the show was a nice little touch by Mcfarlane, which I thought was kind of cool. I have one major complaint, and it's pretty much the only complaint I actually have with the figures, and the complaint is, why did they cancel them? Well, I know why they cancelled them, but still they could have kept going. They stopped after series 2 because of poor sales, but I loved them, you know. I was gutted. I don't have the Hatch box set thing. I was thinking about getting that, but like I say, I was gutted when they cancelled the line, because series 3 on the season 3 DVD, there's actually a special feature where they go inside Mcfarlane Studios, and they show you concept drawings of series 3, and series 3 was going to have Ben, Desmond, Claire with Aaron, and who else? Saeed. They were going to have Saeed. Oh, man, that would have been great. And they were going to have a oceanic plane crash, like the box set thing, like the Hatch, you know. And it could have been. They could have had so many great figures. They could have continued season 4. They could have had the people from the freighter. They could have had Faraday, Juliet. Well, she wasn't in the freighter though. Charlotte and Miles. Could have had a figure of Miles. That would have been brilliant. Then they could have continued into season 5, and you could have had people like Horace from Dharma, Radzinski, the guy who blew his head off. Lapidus, could have had a figure of Frank Lapidus, man, running the Lawnmower Man. Could have had a figure of the Lawnmower Man. Who else? Ethan Rom, people like that. Season 6 would have had a great lineup. They could have had Jacob, they could have had the Man in Black, and other characters that maybe even Rose and Bernard, I don't know. But they could have or even Charles Widmore. They could have had so many great figures, and they could have even done a box set with like the smoke monster going through the jungle. They could have had so many great figures, and I was just a little bit disappointed that they stopped after season 2. But apparently now the sales of these figures are actually going up, like through, well, not going up, but places like eBay and things like that, they're selling a lot of them, because now that the series is over, a lot of the fans are going back and buying these. So you never know. And there's actually an online petition at the moment. I don't know how many people have signed it. I've signed it. And it's to obviously save the lost figures, and whoever's running that petition will probably try and send it to Mcfarlane once they've got enough signatures. I don't think it'll work, like, but if it did, I would go absolutely apeshit, because that would be brilliant. But there we go. I love this line. Only complaint is they didn't continue, and that was really sad. But there we go. The end of my Lost reviews. I probably will review the complete collection on Blu-ray once I get it, because I am definitely buying that, just for all the good stuff you get with it. But there we go. The final Lost video. Rock and roll.